As we went in the door, there was one of those African trees, and there was a girl sitting. You can climb into them, and they're like a big chair, and you sit there. And I noticed she was there, and the Spirit tapped me on the shoulder and said, "That's why you're here. It's not the 1,000 kids you're going to talk to all week. It's her." That happens to me a lot. One person, that's the reason I've gone. Yes, I'll take meetings and do other things, but that's who you're here for. And so we had a ministry of presence that we didn't put ourselves in there, but God put us in there. We had a week. They put police around to keep the school safe, and they decided, seeing they got us there, that we could do a spiritual emphasis for the whole school. So that's what we were doing. And I began to have a ministry of presence. I haunted this girl. I sat next to her at meals, etc., etc. I was playing tennis for my college at Cambridge, so I noticed she was a tennis player, and I asked her to play tennis and found something I could do with her, and I just turned up. I just haunted her. I had a ministry of presence, and then she began to talk to me, and she was mad at God. She was mad at Wycliffe. She hadn't seen her parents for 2 years. She didn't know if they were dead or alive, and she was just mad. And I just kept wanting to explain God to her and explain her parents and all this. And the Lord kept saying, "Be quiet, listen, 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 listen." That's terribly hard to do. And it took 3 days, and I didn't know how long we'd been there. And I kept saying to God, "When can I speak into this pain?" "Not until you listened." They sat on the ground, and for 7 days they listened. And thirdly, they had a ministry of tears. You have to listen long enough till God breaks your heart for the things that break his. Okay? And actually, it probably takes a long time till you really hear the real problem. You have to listen long enough to realize, oh, that's not the problem. If you listen long enough, God, by his Spirit, will tell you what's wrong and what to address. And about 4 days later, she was listened out, and she said to me, she asked me a question, first question she'd asked me, instead of railing against her parents and Wycliffe and God and all of this. And I was able to begin to talk into that pain. Ministry of silence until you get it. Learn to listen. And talkers don't learn that very much. I'm a talker. And you want to give the verse of scripture and rush in with the medicine, right? No. Learn to listen with the Spirit. Lord, what is this problem? Why is she so anti everything that's happened? And in the end, I was able to speak to her. And when I left, she gave me a note that I usually carry with me. I don't have it with me today. And this is what she said. "Because you listened to me, I knew that you loved me." Wow. Listen, think about that. I thought about it, and I thought, how would that tell her? Because you listened to me, I knew that you love me, and because I knew that you love me, I listened to you. Whoa.